What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of All on Deck, right here with Murray and J08. This is the Steam Deck Show. We got big news. Reason for recording this episode today. So, when the Steam Deck went on sale last year, it was around exactly the same time the Switch OLED was announced. That's how I remember. And it took me a little over a year to get my Steam Deck from the day of pre-ordering. And Steam, as you know, did a reservation queue. And depending on the exact time and day that you put your $5 down on your Steam account, that's when you got your deck. They had all these websites that would predict when you were going to get your Steam Deck. It was a big ordeal. Quarter 1 people, Quarter 2. Well, as of recording this episode, Steam or Valve has made it official that the Steam Deck is officially for sale without a reservation. You could just go and get one. But I think the shipping is 1 to 2 weeks. And plus now with the holidays around the corner, I'm sure it's going to be, pretty jam-packed with orders. But that is amazing. And now around the same time that I got my Steam Deck, I noticed that the wait got shorter and shorter and shorter. And then everybody after me, their orders got bumped up. And I said it's only going to be a matter of time before you could just get one willy-nilly. And then they said, oh, nobody's really into 2023 yet. And I said, there won't be. I bet you they're going to open it up. Now, as far as when we're going to be able to see the Steam Deck in retail stores like Best Buy, Target, I don't know. That would be something cool, or at least online. But from Valve directly, you can buy a Steam Deck right now. And I'm going to show you. Let's go to desktop mode. I'm going to switch my OBS here to desktop. And here we go. Every model, buy now. Estimated delivery date, 1 to 2 weeks. So it'd be interesting to see people actually ordering these and seeing when they get them. I'm ordering a few. I'm actually doing a giveaway for the 64. And possibly another one for the holidays next month. So great job on Valve. And they've been really stepping up production. It's amazing that a company like this, is really trying their hardest to get people a Steam Deck in their hands. That's awesome. I remember at a time when it was so hard to get one. And, at one point, it felt like forever waiting. It really did. I remember the day that I got my Steam Deck, and it was like winning the lottery. Now you could just, boop, buy one. And in a week or two, receive it right from Carol's stream. So pretty cool. There you go. This Steam Deck is fully out in the wild now. I mean, it's been, but now you can just go and get one. You don't have to worry about waiting until next year. You don't have to worry about waiting for a queue. Pretty cool. So, with that being said, I'm wondering if the usage rate is even going to go up higher. Now, I follow this thing on Facebook. It's a great community, great people called the Steam Deck community over on Facebook. And I just was on there a little while ago, and I like to go on every day, and I like to read Steam Deck community. And people post if they have a problem with a game. What should I set this game setting to. The settings aren't working for this game. What Proton do I use? Um, yeah, I'm just going through all the recent posts. They post on here constantly. They got great tips. They got a great community. I'm loving the Steam Deck. I can't wait to get my Steam Deck. Just ordered one. What are the first few games I should try on the deck? What are your recommendations? What's everybody playing right now on their Steam Deck? What docks is everybody using? Did anybody order the official dock? What keyboard are you using? It's all kinds of stuff like that. So, really cool community. Um, and you should check it out if you're on Facebook. The Steam Deck community. There's some really good ones on Reddit. There's some good ones on Twitter. There's a really good show I heard on YouTube called All on Deck with a really nice host. What have you guys that have a Steam Deck been playing? I've been playing a lot of that Rogue Legacy 2. Gravekeeper. I've been playing The Witcher 3. I am going to have a what's on my Steam Deck very soon. Or what's in my Steam library, because not everything's installed at once. It would be impossible. I got the whole Batman collection recently. I got the whole BioShock collection recently. I've been playing a lot of multiverses. I've been playing a lot of God of War. And a couple little indies that I'll talk about on a future episode that I'm going to dedicate to great indies on the deck. I'm going to hopefully have some guys come over from some actual indie developers that I'm friends with on Twitter and maybe promote their games, and I'll have a review on it here. I've been in the works with talking with quite a few. So, yeah, so much to play on the deck. It's never ending. They're always verifying games. There was just a recent update to Proton recently and Proton Experimental. Oh, there's a thing called... That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, there's a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. So I've been messing around with stuff on the Steam Deck, and I don't mean just emulation, which I've been going crazy with. You guys know that. I turned my Steam Deck into an emulation powerhouse. What I'm talking about is... I'm talking about mods and plugins. I've been doing a lot with mods and plugins. Let me just make sure I have the right name. So, Vibrancy Crankshaft. Have you heard about this one? So the big thing is people were saying, well, for the next Steam Deck, they should definitely have an OLED screen. I'll tell you what if I was to tell you that you could make your Steam Deck almost the same quality as like a Switch OLED with some really punchy graphics with your original Steam Deck. Remember, you're on a computer. Contrary to popular belief, what people may tell you, it's a gaming console. It's a computer, and you could do a lot of modifications to it that you couldn't do on a gaming console. So it's called Vibrancy and Crankshaft. It's an actual plugin that you can get by downloading a plugin called Crankshaft that you could get right from the plugins menu, just the same way that you get all your other downloads. So you would go to like you would go to the find on the desktop mode, and you would search for the plugin loader, and it would come up Crankshaft. And you have to enable developer mode, which is in the system settings. And once you turn on developer mode, you could go and you could download Crankshaft. The Discover Store. Couldn't remember the name of it. The Discover Store, which is where you get your apps from in desktop mode. So you would go to the Discover Store, you would install Crankshaft. And if you've installed Crankshaft correctly, you'll see it come up in the bottom right system tray. Once you're in Crankshaft, then you would look for the Vibrancy plugin, which you can then install. Once you install it, you'll have a little slider. I think mine is around like 200, but you could play around with it. What's cool is that the slider also works in the Steam UI as well. So the whole Steam Deck gets the vibrancy treatment. And I've been doing a lot of other things too. There's a plugin where it will show you the Proton rating of each game in your library and then take you right to the store. It's pretty neat. It's pretty helpful. There's a lot of great little mod plugins there, and you can turn them on and off. If you don't like them, you can uninstall them. But Vibrancy Crankshaft is one of the best ones. There is another plugin from a girl that I know personally. Let me go find her on the Twitter. Those of you that know about the storage space on the Steam Deck, especially the 64 gig, there's a problem with storage space, but not from the games. There's a problem with storage space because of shader cache. So even if you download and install all your Steam Deck games to a SD card, your internal drive will still fill up, and it's from compact data and mostly shader cache. And there is a tool to clear it out. And I know the girl personally that created the tool. And I am going to show you her plugin and give her a plug. Here she is. All right, let me go to desktop mode and I'll show you how it works. It's basically a script. It's not even a piece of software. It's a script, and you can get it from GitHub. So here she is. She's really cool. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I know she has a link here. Here. She has little tips too. You find yourself needing space. developed a useful script to delete shader cache files. And you ever notice you have that other in your media bar? It's eaten up by shader cache. Here's Mia Pepsi's GitHub page, and she has here Deck Cleaner. Now you can download whatever the latest version is. Let's see. Go to File. The latest version is 1.2, and you download the source file, the source zip, and it's basically a script. You run it in your desktop mode, and you could also save a shortcut to your Steam UI mode, and you run it once in a while once your shader cache builds up because it recompiles itself, and it wipes out the shader cache, and you get all your hard drive space back. Listen, this is a tool that should be included with the Steam Deck. It's just genius, and it's amazing. So there you go. She created that script, and I'll tell you, I was like, it's like I couldn't install anything, and wasn't because I didn't have hard drive space. I had like a whole entire SD card, even a brand new SD card with all new memory on it. But it's the internal drive that fills up that needs to install shader cache. Boom, that script deletes it and it's like wipes it out. So I would say between her shader cache script and that crankshaft vibrancy plugin, those are the two mods I've been messing with on my Steam Deck, and I think you should get them both. They're both free. You could get them both directly from GitHub and directly from the Discover store on the Steam Deck. Now, I will be probably researching more stuff before the next All On Deck episode. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll mess around with plugins and user mods, and I'll research them and test them, and then I'll report back on the episode, the following episode, on what I think of them and recommend what works, and this way you guys don't have to worry about what doesn't work and what does. As far as games as well. Speaking of games, I was able to get a code both on console and on Steam for the Street Fighter 6 beta. And I absolutely love how Street Fighter 6 is coming along. And I had a good time on the Steam Deck. Now, I had to tweak some settings. Frame rate was decent. It did dip a little bit down, more than I would have liked it to. Now, mind you, we are in a beta. But overall, it played pretty good. And it actually looked really stunning on the Steam Deck. On the PlayStation 5, I had a blast with it. But on the Steam Deck, it was really, really good. I didn't think it was going to be as good, especially being in beta. So I had a good time with it. They do need, I wrote them, Capcom, a whole entire thing. And if they work on those things, I'm talking specifically Steam Deck, I think it'll be good. And, it's going to need a lot of tweaks, and I did a lot of tweaks. But with the tweaks, wasn't bad. Now, I also plugged it into my desktop with the monitor, keyboard, mouse, PS4 controller. I played a little bit with that, with some custom layouts. I used the one that I played with the Street Fighter 5. And I had a good time. And I've been doing a lot of testing of games with the Steam Deck. Mostly games that don't play nicely with Linux. So mostly with Proton. Monkey Island, Return to Monkey Island. As you know, they did an update and it messed it up. So I had to change to the latest. It was Proton Experimental fixes the problems. Something with the mouse clicks weren't registering. So I got that working. I got that fixed. Messing with that. That's a great game. And yeah, just been downloading a lot from Steam, waiting for stuff to go on sale, and I've been busy with the Steam Deck. That's all I could say. It's just been crazy. So, what about you guys? Are now that the Steam Deck shop is open, and there's no more reserves, are you guys going to be getting a Steam Deck? I'd love to know. Look out. We got big giveaways of Steam Deck coming. And Steam cards. Whoop! Yeah! Whoop! Take care, guys. Until the next All On Deck, I'll be seeing you. We got lots to discuss on the show. So stay tuned.